Welcome friends, let us see this question. This question says object 1, this is the object 1, shows above has a charge of this much of coulomb and has a mass of this much kilogram. So this is your charge and this is your mass. So the question asks, what is the electric potential at point P, that is 0.3 meter away from object 1. So we have to find the electric potential at this point P, right? So this is the very simple question. We know the formula of electric potential. So the formula for electric potential, that is the V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R, Q upon R, where R is the distance from the charge to the point of concern. Okay, so this is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught. The value will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. The value of Q is given, that is the plus 3.0 into 10 raised to power minus 6 coulomb upon our distance is given as 0.3 meter, right? This is given here. So we will put 0.30 meter, right? So after putting these value, we will get, and 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, we know the value of this is 9 into 10 raised to power 9 into 3 into 10 raised to power minus 6 divided by 0.3, right? So after solving this, we will get 9 into 10 raised to power 4 volt. So the electric potential at point P will be this much of volt. Okay friends, so this question is very easy. Let us see next part. Object 2 has the same mass as object 1. The question says object 2, this is the object 2, has the same mass as object 1 but having a charge of this much of coulomb. So its charge is basically different from this charge. Objects 1 charge, right, is brought from infinity to point P, and it is bring from infinity to point P, right? It is ring from infinity to point P, right, as shown above. How much work must be done to bring the charge, to bring the object 2 from infinity to point P? See, for the second part, we know the work done when we bring the charge from point 1, from any point 1 to point 2, right? When we move the charge from point 1 to point 2, right, then the work done due to applied force, work done due to applied force will be equal to Q amount of charge that is moved into V2 minus V1. It means potential of point 2 minus potential of point 1. It means when we move from 1 to 2, when we move any charge particle from one position, first position to second position, the amount of work done will be charge multiplied by V2 minus V1, right? Potential of point 2 minus potential of point 1, and this is due to the applied force. Please note, this is due to the applied force, not due to the field force, right? We know the work done due to field force will be the negative of the work done due to applied force. So this formula will applied here. We have to find work done from infinity to point P. Charge is moved from infinity to point P. So its work done will be Q into potential of point P minus potential of infinity, right, according to the similar formula or concept. So this will be Q, and Vp minus potential of infinity will be 0. We take potential of infinity is 0, so amount of work done will be Q into Vp, and we know the value of Vp from the first part. This is basically the potential of point P. So let us put these value in second slide. So for part B, the work done will be Q into Vp. What is the Q? Q is given amount of charge of second particle, second object that is moved who is moved from infinity to point P. So its value is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 6 coulomb. This into potential, we get the value of potential, that was 9 into 10 raised to power 4 volt. After calculating this, we will get 0.09 joule. So this much of work is done by the applied force. Whoever bring this object from infinity to this point, that has to work 0.09 joule on this object, and right. So this completes our part B. Let us see part C. So what is the magnitude of the electric force? What is the magnitude of the electric force between the two objects when they are 0.3 meter apart, right? So we have to find the magnitude of electric field between the two objects when they are this much meter apart. So we have to find electric field at this point, right? Magnitude of the electric force, no, what is the magnitude of the electric force between the two objects? We have to find the magnitude of electric force. We know the value of electric force is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 upon r square, and we have to find only its magnitude. Direction wise, since both the charge has equal sign, right, that is the positive and positive, so nature of force will be repulsive. Both object will have equal and opposite force, right? So this will be Fe and this will be also Fe. This will be repulsing in nature because the both sign of both the charges are same, right? So let us put its value. So this will be 9 into 10 raised to power 9. What is the Q1? Q1 is 3 into 10 raised to power minus 6. What is the Q2? Q2 is 1.0 into 10 raised to power minus 6 divided by r square, that is a 0.3 square, right? After solving this, we will get 0.3 Newton, and its direction will be along this. It will be repulsing in nature, right? Let us see next part, that is the part D. So what are the magnitude and direction of the electric field? Now we have to find electric field at the point midway between the two objects. So this is the midway between the two objects. Let us suppose this point is Q, and no, let us put some another value, right? Let us suppose we put let us suppose this is the point A, right? So we have to find the electric field. We have to find the electric field at point A, right? Electric field at point A. It should have magnitude and direction as well, right? It should have magnitude and direction as well. We have to find both. Electric field is also a vector quantity, so it is obvious to describe electric field we have to describe both magnitude and direction as well. So let us find its magnitude. So we know the formula of electric field is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r square, right? So when what will be the distance from here? Distance from this object 1 to point A will be 0.3 divided by 2. Similarly, from this object to distance will be 0.3 divided by 2. We can calculate from either side. Answer will be same. This will be 9 into 10 raised to power 9. Q is 3.0 into 10 raised to power minus 6 divided by 0.3 by 2 ka whole square, right? So let us suppose this is E1. This is the electric field due to object 1, and its direction will be what? Its direction will be, since this is a positive charge, its direction will be E1 will be in this direction. Please note the direction of electric field 1 will be in this direction, right? After solving this, we will get the value 1.2 into 10 raised to power 6 Newton per coulomb, right? And this will be in this direction towards the right side. Let us calculate the electric field due to object 2. Electric field due to object 2 will be towards left hand side, right? It will be electric field due to object 2, right? And its value we can find. So let us find its value. See, electric field due to second object will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q upon r. So this will be 9 into 10 raised to power 9 into what will be q? Q will be 1 into 10 raised to power minus 6 upon distance will be 0.3 divided by 2 whole square. After calculating this, we will get the second part of electric field, that is a 0.4 into 10 raised to power 6 Newton per Coulomb, and this will be, this is E2 and E1 was in this direction, right? So both are in the opposite direction. So we have to take, right, net electric field. We have to take net electric field, and this is the subtraction of both the electric field because it's a vector and both are in the opposite direction. So we will subtract. So this will be E1 minus E2. Since E1 has greater value, so its net direction will be in the direction of E1. So E1 was 1.2 into 10 raised to power 6 minus this is 0.4 into 10 raised to power 6. So after subtracting, we will get 8 into 10 raised to power 5 Newton per Coulomb towards right hand side. Okay, so this is also completed. Let us see next part, that is the part E. Two objects are then released simultaneously, then so both the bodies release simultaneously and move apart due to the electric force between them. So both will move apart. Of course, the repulsive force is acting in this direction. So no other force acts on object. There is no any other force apart from electric force, right? So what is the speed of the object 1 when the objects are very far apart? So what is the speed of the object 1? We have to find the speed of the object 1 when both the objects are far apart. See, so since there is no any, see, first of all, let us consider our system. Our system is, right, object 1 plus object 2, right? Our system is object 1 and object 2 combined. So no net force is, please calculate its net force. Its net force is 0 because see, FE is left side, FE is right side, net force will be 0 on this system. Net force is 0 on this system. We are talking about system, not on individual body, right? So net force, when net force will be 0, we know the momentum will be conserved, right? We know the momentum will be conserved. We can apply conservation of momentum. Momentum will be conserved. So let us apply its conservation of momentum. See, initially both the objects were in rest, right? So momentum will be 0 plus 0, right? Both the objects will be was in rest. Initially both the object was in rest, so first object's momentum velocity is 0. That's why 0 plus 0 is equal to, let us suppose after releasing they move with velocity v1 and v2. So their momentum will be mv1 plus, or let us see, m1 v1 plus m2 v2, correct, in general, right? So this will be conservation of momentum. Now since both the objects has same mass, right, both the objects has same mass, let us apply this. So 0 is equal to mv1 plus mv2. Since both the objects has same mass, let us suppose that is equal to m. So when we will solve this, see, when we will solve this, 0 is equal to m v1 plus v2. So you will get v1 plus v2 is equal to 0. So v1 is equal to minus of v2. It means both the object same speed but reverse in direction. Speed will be same. Speed will be same, right? Speed will be same. Velocity will be different. That will be in reverse direction. That's why the sign is negative. So we have got one relation that both the object has the same speed, but we have to find magnitude of that also. For this we can apply conservation of energy also. Conservation of, please apply conservation of energy also, right? Conservation of energy. Initially total mechanical energy initially should be equal to total mechanical energy finally. Initially both the objects were in rest, so 0 plus 0, that is the kinetic energy initially, right? And both the objects have potential energy, right? Both the objects initially have potential energy. This is the object 1, this is the object 2, right? When we bring this object 2 from infinity to point P, we have done some work, right? We have done some work, and that work is stored in its potential energy. There is a potential energy between these two objects, and we know that value was 0.09 joule. So this is the potential energy initially for this system. So after the releasing, and when they are apart, very far apart, right? They are object 1, right, is very far apart than object 2. So both the objects are at infinity, so their potential energy will be now 0, and kinetic energy will be, let us suppose, half m v square plus half m v square. Since their masses are equal, we have put here m, and we know their magnitude of velocity is same. Let us suppose that is the v, so we have v here, right? So when you solve this, this will be 0.09 joule is equal to, this is mv square, right? So is equal to 0.09 divided by m, so this will be 0.09. And what is the mass of both the objects? Please see, what is the mass of both the object? 0.0025, right? So we have to put here 0.0025. So after solving this, we will get, right, we have to take a square root also. After solving all these value, you will get v is equal to 6 meter per second, right? For v you have to take square root of this also, 0.09. You can solve it on calculator easily. You will get 6 meter per second. So this completes our question, right? So what is the object of speed? What is the speed of object 1? So speed of object 1 is 6 meter per second towards this side, and speed of object 2 will be 6 meter per second along this side. Okay friends, so if you like this video, please subscribe our channel and share it. Thanks for watching.